Eric and Mike podcast brought to you by Insight Auctioneers, located in Sebring.
Yes, specializing in agricultural and construction equipment, Insight Auctioneer has been the place for government surplus and consignment auctions since 1999.
No matter what you need, everything from school buses to containers, shipment containers to a semen separator, they will have it at Insight Auctioneers.
I've literally seen everything out there, even commercial kitchen equipment, microwaves, laptops. The golf carts are amazing.
Yes.
They have a huge 65-acre plot off State Road 66 in Sebring with live monthly auctions, rain or shine, every month. But the really cool thing is you can also do it all online.
As we used to say, you can shop in your pajamas if you want to.
That's
at
right.
Insight Auction. It's insightauction.com. You can look at the entire lot, and then you can bid right there online.
Insight Auctioneer, the personal auction company.
Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said?
Welcome to Did You Hear Me with Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. And now, here's your host, Eric Michaels and Mike Lee.
Welcome back once again. I'm Eric Michaels. This is Mike Lee.
Hello.
And we are here with some guy we just pulled in off the shelf, literally and figuratively, now that you have your dolls out.
Yeah, I was about to
Sheriff on the
say.
shelf.
The sheriff on the shelf. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. And our little podcast here doesn't really kind of dive into specific stories. We try to give an overview and a perspective from the sheriff's office, the sheriff's department, about what goes on. Now, recently you had a high-speed chase that started in another county, ended here in Polk County, and I want to talk about the chase itself and the mechanics. How does that call come in? How does the determination come about of going into this chase? What does the law enforcement officer have to do during that? And unfortunately, it ended up, I believe, the gentleman crashed and perished. But tell us what goes on in your office leading to that.
Sure. We receive information on chases different ways. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it starts with us trying to make a traffic stop. Other times like this guy was wanted for murder down in Lee County. And so the Hardy County Sheriff's Office found him in Hardy County and started pursuing him northbound on Highway 17. So, of course, they called for assistance. And that's when we engaged. And he did survive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt bad. But he came up into Bartow, and when you're wanted for something like murder or homicide of some level, then obviously we're going to catch you, and we're going to put you in jail. And that's exactly what happened. We were able to successfully pit him and run him into a power pole and took him out of the power pole. Well, he wasn't all the way in the power pole.
Right.
But his car was wrapped up around it pretty good.
Yeah.
And took him to jail. But whether to pursue or not depends on the necessity to catch the person and whether or not we know who they are and how much risk they pose to the community. Because when you chase somebody and you're chasing them for just traffic charges, you have to think, is this worth chasing them through an intersection where they could T-bone your wife or your mom or your brothers or sisters or children? So we are very cautious with when and where and how we pursue. And really, the pursuit procedure depends on the time of day, the traffic, the charges. Do we know them? Do we not know them? What's the opportunity to catch them later? And we have a lot of techniques that we use to avoid a pursuit, because pursuits are not something we'd like to engage in, because these nut jobs will run 100 miles an hour through a red light with traffic in the intersection, and they don't care.
You see those kind of highlights all the time on
Absolutely.
YouTube of they're crossing through traffic and crashing into gas stations or whatever it may be. I have a question about that. You kind of mentioned whether or not you decide to pursue or not to pursue. Is it a myth that there is a certain speed limit? Like once it goes over 120 miles an hour, let's say, is whenever you guys say, nope, that's it? Or is that a complete myth? Because I've heard that in the past, that there is a certain threshold. Once the high-speed chase gets to this threshold, you got to back off.
No, it just depends on the circumstances.
Gotcha.
If you run and you're worthy of chasing, we'll chase the wheels off of you.
Yeah.
But that is rare that something is serious enough that you do that. In fact, if we come upon, let's say, a stolen vehicle, okay, that's a felony.
Mm-hmm.
We do our best to get air support in place, to get other law enforcement officers and agencies in place so that we kind of crunch them down and get them stopped so they don't have any place to flee to. And that's successful an overwhelming majority of the time. Sometimes it's not. And sometimes you just have to find them and catch them another day.
Right.
And that's not hard to do anymore. At one time, you pursued people because that was probably your only opportunity to catch them. But there are cameras everywhere. Yeah. Every business has cameras. Most homes have cameras. You know, there's a way to catch this person without endangering us and them and the motoring public around them. So a pursuit is kind of, it takes a great deal of judgment and supervision and before we do that.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. How many times, with that in mind, how many times has somebody gone, "Whew, I got away," because you guys were like, "No, we know who this is. We've got his information. We know where he hangs out.
Sure.
We'll catch him later."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, man, I got away. Look at that." And they're sitting there watching, reruns of Seinfeld, and you guys are knocking on the door.
No, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That recently happened, as a matter of fact.
Sure.
Did it? Really?
Yeah. It happens all of the time because
Yeah.
that's the way we prefer it.
Yeah.
Once we get you identified, the pursuit's over. We'll catch you later.
Yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide anymore.
Yeah.
In this day and age, we will find you. The technology is just there for that to happen. And think about it this way, and this is what we coach with our young deputies. You have to think that you're chasing this person, and they may run through that intersection and hit your mama or daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's somebody's mama or daddy if they hit them.
Right.
So if our folks don't follow the strictest rules of engagement in pursuits, then we do retraining and disciplinary actions because there's very few pursuits that we conduct. Once again, depending on the time, the place,
Right.
the location, and the need.
I want to go back to something that you said about this pursuit, is the fact that he wrecked and then you assisted him. I recently went through a tour with the Lakeland Police Department, and we were privy to see some body cam footage.
Right.
And I saw footage in which was involved an officer shooting. And the suspect survived, but the suspect was firing on the officer. The officer fired back, wounded him, and as soon as the officer got up there, he immediately went into first aid.
Right.
To tend to this person.
Sure.
So that officer, your deputies have to switch in mid. Here's a guy trying to kill you, and all of a sudden you're now going to save his life.
Right. That's exactly what we do.
That's got to be
Whether
so
it's
hard.
Vehicle pursuit or a shooting. In fact, we had to shoot someone yesterday who had already beaten a guy that was reported to us as an elderly male and tried to beat our deputies, and we shot him. And as soon as we shot him down and got his rock away from him, then we immediately tried to save his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to shoot him in the first place. He made us.
Yeah.
But our goal then is to try to save his life.
Right.
That's got to be a serious switch to flip, though. Especially like in the situation you're describing.
Training, discipline, training,
Yeah.
and professional law enforcement work.
Yeah.
And I do, regarding that story that happened just the other day, I read a quote, I believe it was a quote from you that said that the eyewitnesses that came forward that really helped solidify this case, the eyewitnesses stated that they had grown up with maybe not trusting the police officers, but felt it was necessary. But it's programs like you have coming up on Saturday, like the free turkey giveaway that we'll talk about in a second, that builds that relationship, that shows that, you're not there to arrest everybody. You just are there to try to keep the peace and make it safe for everybody.
Well, first and foremost, it's just business. It doesn't mean that we hate them or don't like them. If you violate the law and the law says you have to go to jail, you have to go to jail. And two of our stellar witnesses that saw all of this, one of them was currently on probation.
Oh, wow.
From an arrest we did. The other one said, look, I was raised to resist the police and run from them. And he said, your guys had no choice. He was charging you to bash your head in with that rock. So it's how you treat people. You know, they don't want to be arrested, but they realize if they've done something wrong, even though they don't want to be arrested, that, hey, the cop's just doing his job. And that's the professionalism that we try to maintain all the time. And when you treat people good, when you respect people, then they respect you back. And these two folks that were witnesses to this shooting respected us back and told the truth.
Yeah, the respect, showing the respect and getting the respect in return is something that I was raised to do, and I think you as well. Oh,
absolutely, yeah.
If you ever find yourself encountering a police officer, like for instance getting pulled over, maybe just for speeding, or maybe you floated a stop sign, it is always yes sir, no sir, I apologize sir, I didn't realize how fast I was going, however it goes, but it just seems that is. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but it seems like that got lost for a while. I think it's coming back.
Well,
but it got lost where everybody wanted to buck the officer, like, why are you pulling me over? And give you a big attitude about it.
You don't hear about the 99.5% of the people that do that. I'm sorry, you stopped me, I pull over, I don't like the ticket, but okay, it is what it is. All we hear about is the 0.5 that want to resist. Listen. The average person, the overwhelming majority of the people never, ever, ever, ever resist us. Even if they don't like it, they don't resist us.
Right. Nobody likes getting a ticket.
We'll talk about this in court another day.
Yeah.
But what makes the news is that 0.5 that is going to resist, fight, run,
and escalate.
Scream, and escalate.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, then they watch it on social media and they think, well, I got away with it in California or New York. Well, you ain't going to get away with it in Polk County, Florida. So, and more than likely, you probably didn't get away with it there either. They just clipped it so that it looked good.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate thing, because whenever you see that, and it is, like you mentioned, it is pretty much all you see.
Sure.
If it bleeds, it leads. That's the kind of news that's going to get more likes and more views. But then it breeds more. Like, violence breed more violence, sort of thing. And that's kind of what sucks about it.
But the majority of the people are just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And even the ones that are upset about the ticket are not jerks. They don't run. They don't flee. They don't fight. They don't spit and cuss and all that. When you see one of those circumstances, those people created the environment they're in.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Definitely. Let's get on to something
a little more fun.
A little more fun.
A little lighthearted.
Lots of fun.
Coming up on November 22nd, there will be 3 locations here in Polk County, Florida, that the Polk County Sheriff's Charities will be offering free turkeys to families for Thanksgiving. 15 to 17-pound turkeys, 1,200 turkeys in total handed out. The first location, well, actually, you can find all the locations on social media and the Polk County Sheriff's Office website. But I want to talk to you about that. That has got to be one of your absolute favorite things to do, is to get out there and hand this stuff out.
It is a total rush.
Yeah.
We love to help the community, and we want everyone to have a wonderful meal every day. But certainly, when you look at all the fixings for a big festive Thanksgiving, it's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And some people just can't afford that. So we tell folks, look, it's 1 turkey per car. Mm-hmm. And the reason we do that, some people have 4 people in a car and say, oh, it's for 4 different families. Nah.
No.
1 turkey per car. And then we're working with Freedom Tour that is providing other festivities for you to engage in, so you can end up with an entire meal if you come to these.
Nice. Very nice.
So at the end of the day, we've done this for 8 years. Mm-hmm. Our charity pays for all of these turkeys. And our charity gets the money from this wonderful community through Jeeping with Judd or Busting Clays with Sheriff Grady Judd. Some people just donate money to the charity, and we're grateful for that. And our promise is we're going to appropriately use that for those that are less fortunate and need help. So it's really an adrenaline rush to be able to do this.
It must drive you crazy when somebody says, I don't want my tax dollar going to pay for this, blah, blah. None of those tax dollars are going for this.
None of them are going for that. We do not use tax dollars to buy turkeys that we give away or Christmas presents we give away during the Christmas season. That all comes from our charity and from people, wonderful people in the community donating. In fact, I just talked to a man this afternoon that showed up at one of our facilities and donated a truckload, an entire truckload of what I would call accompaniments
Yeah.
Oh,
for
okay.
our turkey
Oh, nice.
for us to give away. That's just good people.
Yeah,
in
that's
Polk
awesome.
County.
That is awesome, actually. Yeah,
That's
very cool.
And we've been in this studio where it has been lined from wall to wall of backpacks and things that you give away.
Oh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
We've
I
been
know-
there for some of those events.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've been there for some of those events, and they're a lot of fun. It's great to see people, and they're always grateful, always polite, always having a good time, and that's the public service and the giving back is really helps put it not only the sheriff's office but police in general, law enforcement in general, in a good light that you all are human.
Well, I like to tell folks, if you want good neighbors, you have to be a good neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a good community, you've got to be a good community member. And that's what we have in this community. I've been in law enforcement my entire adult life, and I have never had a business turn us down for a legitimate need to help someone less fortunate.
Yeah.
Now, there are those that I call the professional scammers out here. We kind of have to weed through them because they want to get in your line and get your turkey and another turkey and another turkey. Then they want to go out and sell the turkeys and all that sort
Park
of
like 3 cars down the block and
Sure.
just keep coming back through.
So, so we're on to that
Yeah.
game, you know, but we don't see much of that. Out of 1,200 turkeys, 5 people may try that.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
good though. I mean, to know
perfect.
that most people are there because they need to be there. Yeah.
And when you see the folks come through the line, they need the turkey. Now, I do have to tell you, it's been about 3 years ago. A guy comes through the line with a Ford Mustang Mach 5 or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
and the leather smell, you know, and all that, and to get a free turkey. And I looked at him, I said, you need this turkey? And I thought, well, if I had a car like that, as much as it cost, I'd probably need a free turkey too.
I was just about to say
But
that's
it's
how he's able to afford the car like that.
You know, but hey, don't show up in your Bentley or your Maserati for a free turkey. Come on, man. This is for people who really need it.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we are at this recording. We're a week away from Thanksgiving, so let's find out a little bit about Grady Judd. Who prepares the Thanksgiving meal at the Judd house?
Well, certainly not me. We want it to be edible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, at my home, my wife makes this just killer dressing. I mean, what really makes my Thanksgiving is just this absolutely awesome dressing. I can do without the ham, the turkey, all the other fixings.
Oh, blasphemy.
If it's just the dadgum dressing.
Yeah.
So, but she goes above and beyond. She plans, and it's
Yeah.
a big deal at our house.
Yeah. I was,
You available? Because I'm free that
I
day.
was about to
so
say.
FYI.
So yours is a dressing. It's not a stuffing.
It is a dressing.
It is a dressing.
I'm from the South, and
Yes.
you know, people up north stuff their birds. You know?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But you know where you're putting that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, you're putting it where the stuff's supposed to be coming out, not going in.
Why don't you?
We have dressing.
Yeah.
Can you settle a long time argument that Eric and I have, a debate that Eric and I have had?
Yes.
And it is real cranberry sauce or the canned cranberry sauce where you can still see the rings around it.
The jelly.
Well,
The jelly, yeah.
Here's the deal. My wife makes some homemade stuff that's really
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell you, I like the stuff in the can with the real cranberries. That's right, the real cranberries.
That's my boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I'll give you the applause, but I want to.
I don't care what your political views are. You have my vote from now until you decide to retire.
Oh man, I don't know what it is, but when I was a kid, my mom would buy that stuff, and then she would just plop it, like she would cut both ends of the can off.
Yep.
And then right onto a plate, lay it on its side and just do a couple of slices for presentation.
Right.
So
On the
that,
paper plate.
So that half of it was still a block, and then there were these other little slices of this stuff. And it's just always been a bleh thing for me. I just can't do it.
They do have the cranberry stuff that's kind of pureed in the can.
Yeah.
No, I want the one with a cranberry.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Man, there was always something about you and I. We always had this sort of thing. That's right.
I'm set to smoke a 20-pound turkey and a giant 20-pound ham for our family, and I can't wait. I'm doing it on, Eric, a pellet grill.
Really?
I'm doing it on a Green Mountain pellet grill.
Wow.
I'm not proud of that, but I am excited about Thanksgiving because I'm excited to see how it comes out. But
smoking a blunt, he's going to smoke a turkey.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Hey.
Exactly.
You're welcome to come over, Sheriff.
Dude,
you can come and try some of my smoked turkey.
Hey,
buddy.
dude, why don't we smoke a turkey?
I love it.
I love smoked turkey. I love fried turkey.
Oh,
Yeah.
deep
Oh,
fried
yeah.
turkey.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do one of each, a deep fried and a smoked. But this year we're having a much smaller gathering, so it was one or the other, and they requested smoked.
You're cooking 40 pounds of food, and you have a small gathering?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a 20-pound turkey and probably like a 10 or 12-pound ham. Yeah.
So that 8 pounds makes a difference?
Yeah, something.
Crying out loud.
Yeah, well, we want leftovers.
I guess so, from now until Easter.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But with Thanksgiving, that means the holiday season just around the corner. People are going to start shopping. We're already seeing it in downtown Lakeland and some of the malls around. This is the time that people get stupid, leave their cars unlocked, and
Porch pirates.
and then lose Christmas.
Yeah. Do you know there's always going to be a few criminals among us? But the criminals here know that when we catch you, and we will, because on the porch pirate deal, like everybody's got cameras,
Yep.
you go to jail, and then you will eat turkey or ham,
From a can.
whatever we're serving, on Christmas. Now, here's the deal. People in jail think turkeys are square
Yeah.
because we cut the turkey off a loaf. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But, I have seen people, they go shop and they've got their back seats full of bags where they've been shopping, and then they lock their car, most of them, and then they go shopping some more with, the dude's just right through the parking lot and go, hey, man, there's a whole bunch of stuff right there.
And they'd been smoking a turkey, if you know what I'm saying.
They've been smoking a doobie. It's like, all we got to do is knock the window out and get it loaded and be gone in 15 seconds. And
Yeah.
they do.
Well, don't do that, people.
Yeah.
Hide it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide it. Put it in the trunk. Lock it. Carry it around with you.
I know this is going to sound silly, but I actually have a couple of towels that I just keep in my truck. They're just there in case of anything. But when I go shopping, I always throw one over the bag just so they don't see the bag, because that's temptation.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you order things offline, talk to your employer. Have it shipped to your office.
We do that here at the sheriff's office.
Oh, do you?
Everybody can order their gifts and have them shipped to their different district stations.
Oh, nice.
You don't have any porch pirates here, is what you're saying.
No.
No, we don't. No, we don't. And do you know what? The bottom line to it is the FedEx people, and in fact, I talked to some of them this morning, they all work with us. So if they see they're being followed by a suspicious person, they get on the phone, dial 911, take pictures of the car.
Yeah.
So FedEx, Amazon, they're all trying to help us this year.
I remember once you saying that you couldn't break wind in Polk County without it being on camera. And
I was on this podcast, by the way.
And you, throughout today's podcast, you've basically reiterated that point.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me that people will commit crime and have no idea that they're on camera, or apparently don't care.
Yeah.
But there is no place you can go in this day, all businesses have cameras, and most homes have cameras.
Yeah.
And you will be caught, because even if we don't recognize you, I mean, we put people's pictures up that are wearing gloves and a mask, and people look at them and they can tell by how they're walking to say, hey, oh, that's Billy Bob. You know, I know Billy Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, go talk to Billy Bob. He lives down here in Frostproof. You know, I believe that's Billy Bob. That's, you know, I remember him running like that at the school, you know. So we will catch you. And when we put your picture out on social media and say, hey, this dude's ripping off Christmas presents from children, people talk to us. And they don't have to testify in court.
Yeah.
We tell everybody, if you see something or hear something, say something.
Well, Sheriff, thank you so much for your time. It was great to see you.
I had a good time.
Excellent. Glad
I love
to hear
it.
And
Yes.
hope you and your family have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and get ready. The man's coming on
That's right.
December the 24th or 25th, depending on how late you stay up.
We'll talk to you again, Sheriff. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thanks, Sheriff.